So Vergil Ortiz returned to the ring after, 18 months out? He's had a bunch of health issues, and he scored a first-round TKO win over Fredrick Lawson. Now this was another controversial fight involving Tony Weeks, the referee. I'm certainly not suggesting that Lawson wouldn't have got legitimately stopped or knocked out by Vergil Ortiz if the fight had been allowed to continue beyond the point that it was. All I'm telling you is that stoppage right there was horrible by Tony Weeks. And it wasn't a million years ago when he was involved in another horrible stoppage in the Rolly Romero-Ismael Barroso fight. Paulie Malignaggi uploaded a video to his YouTube channel where he asked the question, is Tony Weeks involved in some form of gambling activity whereby he's got money on the fight not going the distance or on the fight ending in a particular round? Now, I'm certainly not making any accusations here. I'm just relaying what Paulie Malignaggi asked in that video. And given how strange some of these Tony Weeks stoppages are, I think it's a perfectly legitimate question to ask. Perfectly understandable. Now, Tony Weeks apparently responded on Facebook with something strange and disturbing. He has apparently now deleted this post, but he said, quote, "What the public didn't know, that prior to the fight, they did a scan on him." And he's talking about Fredrick Lawson here. He said it came up that he had an aneurysm, and they did a test again, and the same aneurysm came up. Another doctor was brought in and gave him the same examination, and he tested negative for the aneurysm. So they cleared him to fight, unquote. So that was apparently Tony Weeks' response to this latest controversy. And it raises yet more questions. But if what he's saying there is true, then yes, you could understand why he'd be a bit concerned about Lawson taking too much punishment. He wouldn't want to be the referee responsible, or at least partly responsible, for a fighter getting seriously injured when he, with knowledge of Lawson's medical examinations, would have been in a position potentially to prevent said serious injury. So let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section below. What's going on here with Tony Weeks pulling these fights prematurely? As for the performance by Vergil Ortiz, the fight was so short, there's really nothing to take from it. But he's now campaigning at 154 pounds, and he's called out Tim Tszyu following his win over Lawson. So how do you think he's going to fare in this division? Will his health hold up to the extent necessary that he becomes a championship level fighter, maybe even a champion in this weight class? How far can he go? How do you think he would fare against a Jermell Charlo, for example? Let me know what you guys think in the comments.